So, what do you do when God calls you to go back to the very thing that you are running from? The story that comes to mind is with Hagar, Abraham, and Sarai, right? And in this, Hagar began to run because she was getting mistreatment from Sarah, right? But it was in the place that she was running that God met her and said, I heard your cries, right? I heard your rejection. I heard your cries. I'm paraphrasing. But you need to go back. You need to go back to that place and you need to submit to that authority. I am learning God is not in our emotions. God is not in, oh, God wouldn't want me to go through this mistreatment. Not realizing it may be that mistreatment God is using as the crushing to bring more oil in your life, the crushing to bring more fruit into your life. And it can be very, very hard when you are running from something because you believe God wouldn't want me to go through this, but that is the very thing that He is using to take you to the next level, to strengthen you, to purify you, to change your mind, to take you out of a region of thought. And it can be very hard. It can be very frustrating because why would I go back to a place that I am literally seeking to run from? I ran from it from a reason, but yet here God is telling me to turn back around, and not turn back around and just go back, but go back and to submit to the authority. That is deep. That is deep. And that calls for us to realize that God is not in, oh, I want to make her happy. No, He's trying to make you holy. He's trying to get you back to where you were before you fell, back into His image. And sometimes that process doesn't look good. Sometimes that process hurt. Sometimes that process comes with a lot of pruning and stretching what you want to handle, because sometimes we don't want to deal with it. I am learning. It is not just, I have a testimony. I have a good blocking finger. I will block somebody in a minute. I'm not dealing with that. I don't care who you is. I don't care what title you hold. And God is on me about that. Like, how are you a representation of me when you give up so easily because you don't feel like it, because you're in your emotions? Sometimes we idolize our emotions. And we know what happens when we idolize a thing. It be the subtle things that destroy the vine. So if God is calling you back into something that you are running from, it is time to go back regardless of how you feel. Because it's in your obedience that you are going to receive your breakthrough.